Okay, we're on our way to Seattle. We finished up at the KOA today. Look at the view that I have right now. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Boys, this thing was it built in 1916?
Built in 1916, 102 years ago.
102 years ago, it's not an operation. So, it is 9 o'clock at night. We went to the accountant today and dropped off taxes, which is good. And we met up with some friends of ours. It was such a wonderful time for dinner, and they live in an RV. So they even offered for us to stay at the RV, but we kind of turned it down just because, you know, we've got a lot of kids, and these boys that we love so much, they can be kind of busy, and so we just, at any rate, we're parked at Walmart. But it's different than when you live in an RV, right? Because I mean, you can't really sleep in your van in a Walmart overnight, and it's kind of cold, so you can't really sleep. All to say, we still don't have a place to stay yet, and we're just trying to sort out prices at this point. We're probably going to grab a hotel tonight. Not what we would have hoped, but, you know, maybe we can grab something with breakfast in the morning or something like that, so at least keeps the costs down. So Siobhan's just looking at Priceline, looking at hotels.com, trying to scour prices and everything. But yeah, it's been a good day. I mean, you know, here's the thing. Like, you may have prayers, you may have things that you believe and know God spoke to you. Like, we know God's taking care of us, and you can sometimes get on this high like we do, like we get on this high of seeing how God provides in every little step of the way, and then you come to a night like tonight where you're like, God, but you said you'd provide for us a place to stay, and you didn't. But then I'm reminded, you know, Siobhan and I have been just building each other up in our faith, that we're like, you know, there's money in the account. Like, there is manna. There is manna provided for today. Now, we don't want to use up all of it. I mean, it'd be well over $450 for us to stay at a hotel for the next 4 nights. We'd like to try to avoid that if we can, because there are some other bills coming through, and again, trying to be extra frugal, saving for the missions trip, all that kind of stuff. But for tonight, for right now, there is manna, and we believe God's provided. So I will take peace in knowing that our prayers have been answered, maybe not the exact ways that we have thought, and really somebody did offer for us to stay. I can't say that God didn't answer our prayer there, you know, right? So
yeah, I don't want to be a burden to them. I don't know. I don't think they would think us as a burden, but like, I know what bedtime looks like in our RV, and to do that in someone else's RV, where, you know, they're used to having their own space, and we don't want to, like, I don't know. I just don't want to be. I want to be a blessing to people. I don't want to be like the type of people that come in and just make you have the worst night of your life.
yeah, it's a struggle. And I mean, we don't want our kids to feel bad. Like, we love our boys, but, you know, we haven't done the best job as parents of teaching our kids how to be mindful in other people's spaces, and we're very gracious to those who have opened up their houses to us. I can't expect everyone to have the same like values of grace that we have towards, you know, little boys. Our older boys are learning some of these things, and it just takes time. So we're just, that's, I guess, the wisdom as parents that we are saying, like, okay, God, you know, God knows. So yeah, just letting you into our lives a little bit and some of the decision makings that we do as parents. We're very, very blessed. So yeah, I think we're gonna try to do a hotel tonight, try to get a really cheap hotel, and pray again tomorrow that some other opportunity comes up, you know. I will say that tonight we had a huge blessing because somebody gave us some money specifically for us to get a hotel on the first 2 nights of Hawaii. So I mean, shoot, I can't complain. You know, hotel tonight, we have 3 more nights that we have to get squared away. I just didn't expect that this last week before our season starts would be the most expensive week of all of it. You know? Yeah. And if it is, you know, God has provided. So
try to square, not be in there, but say that I should have been. Hold back the river, let me look in your eyes. Hold back the river so I stop for a minute and see where you hide. Hold back the river, hold back.
okay guys, so we never ended up finding a place to stay Friday night, with the exception of, like we said, we ended up getting a hotel.
Yeah.
Not our best option. We really hate hotels.
It's just not good with the kids, you know. They just bounce around, and they don't know how to always be like a little church mouse. They don't know how to do that, and
yeah. So we're there for a few days. We leave for Hawaii in 2 days, and we just can't sit around and do nothing. That's another thing about hotels that we don't like. We don't want to just sit in a room and do nothing. No. So we're here at Mount Rainier National Park because we're here and we can do that, and we're still gonna have fun even with our days. So this is beautiful out here. It's super cold.
We're a little unprepared because we prepared to go to Hawaii.
Yes.
So we don't have jackets. We didn't bring jackets. It would take up a lot of room in our suitcases. And so we each have like a sweater, and that's what we brought up here, and it's like 50 degrees and below up here. So
yeah,
it actually feels like it's about in the 40s right now.
And all the kids are in the car because they don't want to get out. So I don't blame them. But the views here are gorgeous, and I'm so glad we came.
Look at this waterfall.
There's a big one. I want to go around and see that one. And of course, you can't actually see the peak of Mount Rainier, but we did see something really cool. There's something really cool.
Look at that, guys. That's our first glacier.
Can they see it? Turn just a little bit this way. Right there. Point to it. Point right down. Right there.
Right back there. Back there somewhere. That's our first glacier.
That's our first glacier.
We've been to Glacier National Park. Never could see the glaciers because the going to the Sun Road was closed, and right now we can barely see the bottom of this glacier because now the peak of the mountain where all the glaciers are is actually covered in clouds.
Siobhan and I were just talking about how we want to be like backwoods backpackers and like go and hike up these mountains.
Yeah.
Maybe we really have to develop a love for the outdoors for our kids. Right now, video games is a big love for them.
But they're not playing video games right now.
And they're enjoying it. But anyways, yes, so we want to see a little bit more. This road goes a little higher, so let's go. Oh, look at this view. What did you find in the visitor center?
How are you
have some Junior Ranger activity books. I am cold, but I'm just not going to act like I'm dying because I'm cold. That's the difference between me and you.
I had to get this view behind you too.
Did you see that?
Well, yeah. I'm looking at the color.
That's the meadows. Isn't that beautiful?
Siobhan's talking about this view of the mountains out there. That's pretty awesome too. Yeah, let's go on in and check out this visitor center. You know, like when you don't have anything to do, I mean, you just gotta be honest with yourself. Those of you that live out on the West Coast, like, you don't realize when you grow up on the Midwest like I do, like, there's not national parks close by. The closest national park to where I grew up is Sleepy Bear National Lakeshore, which is beautiful. It's awesome, but man, I love the mountains. The views, the fresh air, so good. So much to learn too. We're coming up in this visitor center just so that the kids can learn about some stuff we can learn too. Alright, we're gonna finish up our time in Mount Rainier National Park, and we saw just about as much as we could see in the condition of our cold clothes and everything, but Truman and I are gonna go see this Narada Falls real quick because he wanted to come with me because he's my adventurer, aren't ya? Woo! Okay, so this is a little bit of a hike down, but it's such a cool looking falls. Hey, careful, bud, really slippery. I better be careful too. Here we go. Be careful.
I am careful, even when I'm running.
Alright, so Truman and I finally made it down here. Isn't that cool? Isn't that
I'll go
such
farther down.
Well, we can't go farther down. Farther down would be straight down that way.
Yeah, I know.
I wanna go under there. Wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah.
I don't think we're allowed to do that though.
You can go that way.
I think Mommy would be very sad if we didn't come back. Hey, you know what? I think Mommy wants to go get some pizza tonight. You wanna go get some pizza?
Yeah, but first I want to go down.
No.
Yes.
Okay, so we stopped in this little town called Alba on our way out of the national park, and it's a lot warmer down here. It's only 60 degrees down here, but I'm gonna get here where you guys can see this. This is really, really cool. This is all train cabooses, and they're all lodging accommodations. Like, you can rent these and stay here. It's so cool. So we stopped here at this little pizza place, Pizza Express. We're gonna grab some pizza for the boys. They've got a gluten-free pizza for Bennett. So I just thought that was really cool. I wanted to show you guys that. Okay, so we're gonna finish up our day with you guys, and we're headed back to our hotel, our cheap little hotel that we're grateful to have. and yeah, tomorrow we're going to be putting this van on a boat and shipping it to Hawaii, which will be kind of cool.
If we find our title.
If we can find our title.
We just found out a couple of days ago that we had to have our title, and we just paid the van off, I think in December or January, and we when they said that we needed our title, we were like, oh my goodness, we've not seen our title. So we don't know if the bank that had our loan still has it, or I think, my thought is that it's at the tax collector's office, which is like the Department of Motor Vehicles in Florida. That's my guess, but we couldn't find out until tomorrow, which is Monday, because they're closed for the weekend. So we'll be calling first thing in the morning to make sure we can get our title, because without the title we can't ship our vehicle. So
hopefully by the next time you guys watch our video about shipping our van and getting on the plane to Hawaii, we will fill you in with details on that. Oh, it's so gorgeous out here.
Really pretty.
Oh my goodness.
You guys can see.
I don't know.
Yeah, look at the sun
Just
popping through
silver
the
lining.
ridges there.
Yeah.
I'm guessing we're probably going to have a beautiful sunset on the way home. I guess the clouds are worth something. They covered up the mountain peak, but they might make
now
it really
they're
beautiful.
all parting. I know we might actually see
We
the
might
mountain
actually
peak.
see the peak on our way out. We'd have to turn around. I see something behind us. What do I see?
You guys want to say goodnight to everybody?
Wow.
Oh, guys, thank you so much for your support. All of you who watch the channel, those who support us on Patreon. We are so blessed. If you have not gotten our newsletter, I want to encourage you to do that. You can do that at trentonsiobhan.com/newsletter. And I'll leave all the links below as well. I've been told by a friend of mine that I need to make the link to our newsletter a little quicker, a little shorter, and something that you guys can remember by me just saying. So I'll do that. But we're going to let you guys go tonight. So remember, we can make the world better.